Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm spiritual coach Lisa Hopp. Thank you so much for joining me. It is Sunday, June 23rd. I am recording this bright and early today because unlike most Sundays, I'm actually working today to make up a work day earlier in the week. So you're joining me bright and early. It is currently 6:09 a.m. and I do have my coffee. Trying to wake up for the beginning of my day. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you again for joining me. Today, I would like to talk to you literally about the power of your thoughts. This is one of the number one goals and number one part of my work as an intuitive life coach and as a certified Infinite Possibilities life coach. We do not understand, most of us, the power of our thoughts and the power of our free will. We are literally beings made of energy that all emit energy. And what you put out, you attract. And one of the largest ways that we emit energy is through the thoughts that we think every moment of every day. Now, it's impossible for us to be able to police every single thought that we have, but there's an overall frequency that we put out. And heaven has been telling us this since probably the moment of our creation about how we can manifest the life that we want. That's why we hear things such as like attracts like and be careful what you wish for. Because that is all lessons telling us about our power to be able to manifest what we desire through the power of what we feel, believe, and think. I make a point every day, because I know how important it is, to think the most positive thoughts I possibly can, and to also intend what I want to intend all the time. I try to treat others as I wish to be treated. I do affirmations every day. Affirmations are I am statements. And I recite my I am statements literally throughout the day whenever I have a moment. If I'm driving to work, I'm reciting I ams. If I'm in the shower, I'm reciting I ams. But it's really only necessary to recite your I ams twice a day, 5 times each. And it's important to memorize the ones that are important to you. I wrote a book about 3 years ago called Take These Steps Now to Change Your Life, now in all caps. It is available on Amazon.com. Please pick it up. It's only about $7.95. And it gives you all the steps to take every day to revamp your life, to change it around for the better, to manifest the life that you truly desire in every way. And so affirmations and thoughts are one of the most powerful things to do, to change in order to do that. In my Infinite Possibilities coaching, it's the very first chapter we cover, is the understanding of the power of our thoughts. So I want you to think about the thoughts that you generally have every day. And I bet you'll catch yourself having some thoughts that aren't very powerful for you. If you're wishing to lose weight, do you walk around, especially this time of year when it's summer, thinking, I am fat, I need to lose weight? Or do you, in a financial way, say to yourself a lot, I wish I could do that, I can't afford that, I'm going on vacation in a couple of weeks, and when I tell people about it, they say, oh, I'm jealous of you, I wish I could do that. All these thoughts are disempowering. They actually lower the frequency of your life. The best thoughts to have are thoughts to say, I am generous, I am abundant, I can afford that, I am healthy. That's why it's so important for those going through illness, going through treatments for cancer and such, to have positive mindsets and positive thoughts. When we embrace negative thoughts, when we embrace things, difficulties in our lives as our reality, quote, reality, we are actually attracting more of that into our lives. Recently, in an Infinite Possibilities class, one of my students, during one of the chapters where we were discussing the power of our thoughts and our beliefs and our feelings, said, well, what about reality? It's such a bad world right now. There's so much to deal with. And I smiled and I said to her, your reality is what you make it. You have the power to change it right now, just by what you're thinking, by your perception, and by your feelings. If your reality is it's bad every minute of every day, that you don't have enough, that people are sick, that people are mean and hateful, and that your overall feeling and vibration, that's exactly what's going to emanate in this world and what emanates in your life. On my Facebook page, both the personal and the business, I make a point not to post negative things most of the time. I want to post inspirational things. I want to be positively inspiring. I want to celebrate the wonderful things in my life. I want to celebrate happiness. It isn't that I'm lying. Those things are really happening. They're truths. I just make a point not to post when I'm going through challenges because I don't want to attract more of those challenges. If you only see what's going wrong in your life, you only get more of what's going wrong. You see my point? So every morning when you get up, before you even have your feet hitting the floor, take a moment and feel gratitude for the very point that you got up. That's the start of a new day. It's a fresh one with a blank slate. And then immediately upon awakening, whether you want to stare at yourself in a mirror or just sit down in a form of meditation, do your I am statements. My most popular ones are I am loved. I have an ideal life. I am in an ideal relationship. I am healthy. I am cured. I am successful. I am financially free. I am attracting unlimited wealth and abundance. Now, with the attraction, with that last affirmation, I am attracting unlimited wealth and abundance. You will attract unto you much more wealth and abundance, but you will only get as much as you're ready for. So be sure as well to notice whatever blocks you have to what you are affirming. You get what you're affirming to the degree of what you're ready for. So if you are not ready to be a millionaire, you're not going to attract $1 million. But even in 1 second, or even about in 60 seconds, if you are ready to be a millionaire, you will attract it. In some way, shape, or form. It may trickle in over a period of weeks, or it may plop onto you like a lottery win. But no matter how it does, if you're ready for it, you receive it. And that comes down to what is found in the Bible, ask and you shall receive. That's actually a true statement. Ask and you shall receive. Ask in a way of thoughts, ask in a way of feelings, ask in a way of beliefs. What we ask for verbally also comes to us, so watch what you say. If you are constantly going around and talking, believing that that your life is a certain way, you are still attract that life. Walk around talking, believing, thinking as if you have what you already desire. In 2 weeks, I'm going to the most beautiful place in the world on vacation. 3 to 4 years ago, I said, I am going. I obnoxiously said that everywhere. I said that as if it was a realistic statement because I believed it was. Eventually, someone said, yes, we are. I'm going with you. And I had a group. And being someone who tries to be a person of her word, I wasn't going to back out when someone was planning to go with me. I wasn't going to let them down. And that was perfect because there was no way I was going to let myself down. So that statement of reality in present form became an actual physical reality. And that's something to keep in mind that's very important. The physical is always last. So what you affirm as a belief, as a thought, and as a knowing is always first, and the physical representation of it is always last. So if you walk around feeling, believing, and saying that you are in an ideal, fulfilling, healthy, generous, wonderful, romantic relationship, it may take you a while, but eventually it has to show up. It has to. And its timing is divine. It is when everything lines up and you are perfectly ready. But the minute that you say it, the moment that you affirm it, the moment that you believe it, the moment that you think it, it is yours. Now, in the way of relationship, that's one area I found with my clients that can be, it's the same as, I suppose, finances. It's a bit tricky because we tend, when we're thinking about ideal relationships at times, to have someone's face in mind. I want to have an ideal relationship with them or someone like them. Well, if it's someone like them, that's fine. But we always have to be cognizant of someone else's will. What we wish for, we cannot receive if it involves somebody else's will, and their will is not for us to have it. So, for instance, if your particular talent crush is, say, a Joe Jonas, I just happened to see something about the Jonas Brothers last night, so I'll use that one. Well, Joe Jonas is not available. He just got married, and hopefully he's very happy. So if you're affirming, I am married to Joe Jonas, I am married to Joe Jonas, I am married to Joe Jonas, it's unlikely you're going to be married to Joe Jonas. Is it out of the realm of possibility? Absolutely not. But you're kind of working beyond yourself. And also, is it really best to affirm to be married to someone who we would all hope is happily married and married, you know? They should be unavailable to us. But whatever qualities you may feel that this particular person has, you are allowed to affirm that you have that. I tell my life coaching clients constantly, and my regular clients, to write or type a list of the qualities that you would like to have in a relationship. If I see that there's one that they would like to have, or they're in a place in their life to have a new one, or even as a review on the current relationship that you do have, because it's all right to do a bit of an HR review and see how things are going. Write down or type that list of what you truly would like to have, and then put it away. Either keep it in a file or keep it in a sock drawer. And when that person enters your life, get it out and see how they measure up. If they're not measuring it up at all, keep walking. Because you deserve to have what you're affirming. Don't settle. Don't get distracted by somebody who's coming along for informational purposes or to test. Or don't get distracted by loneliness or any of those other feelings that tell you, what if I can't do better? Another thought that you shouldn't have. What you're desiring to attain is worth the wait, is worth the faith and the hope and the belief that if you affirm it and you do it presently every day, it's bound to happen. It's bound to appear. With finances, it's even harder because, like my client said, we live in a reality where bills have to be paid and they're coming every month, and perhaps you're in a job that only makes a certain amount. But if you affirm every day, I am financially free, I am living my ideal life, I am attracting unlimited wealth and abundance, it is bound to happen. Perhaps it happens at first with just a little raise. Perhaps it happens with the opportunity to go into a business with someone. When I do my affirmations pretty much on a daily basis, but when I kick them up a notch, abundance comes to me through the flow of more appointments. It comes through the unexpected. It comes through breaks that I get when I go shopping. It comes through people wanting to give me discounts or when I'm not due them. Generosity from all over the place. So it doesn't have to come just in the form of money. It can come in people just wanting to be kind to you. And then I know my affirmations are really working, that I'm in that abundant flow. So it's kind of how you know you're in the abundant flow. If you see that things around you are flowing, that people are being kind to you, that things are working out, that synchronicity is happening, that you seem to be locked into an abundant flow. But even if you don't see any evidence of them working, always keep them up, because we all go through growing pains. We all go through tests, moments where we have to get ready for our next chapter, and we have to transition to that next chapter. So it is very important to keep up doing your work, and even doing your work after you see the results, because be open to more and more and more and more. And yes, that's part of that is the symptom of abundance flow, which is the material. But also you deserve all the happiness you possibly could have, and all the security you possibly could have, and all the friends that are wonderful that you possibly could have. So keep up your affirmations even when life is working for you. The great billionaires, the people that I say are the real billionaires, like the Virgin President Richard Branson, and I'm sure like Warren Buffett and other great billionaires, they watch their thoughts and their feelings and their words every day. They meditate. They understand the power of manifestation. They understand what is called the law of attraction, and they use it. That's why they open up to all the possibilities. That's why they take risks. That's why they have such strong beliefs that they'll be okay no matter what. You can also give yourself a billionaire mindset. And you can make that whatever you want it to be for you. A billionaire mindset can be just being able to retire at the shore or the beach, depending on where you live. Here in New Jersey, we call it the shore. Maybe a billionaire mindset is just being able to do a job you love. A billionaire mindset might also be having perfect health. Whatever that means for you, you can achieve it. There are people in this world today that have cured themselves of diseases through thoughts, feelings, beliefs. And through those thoughts, feelings, beliefs, they've added the perfect diet. They've added the whatever perfect holistic treatment. They've even added complementary medicine if they felt it was best. They have done it for the most part through their own work. You can do that as well. You are a very powerful being. You were created literally in the image of the great Creator. I believe traditional religion often teaches us, or maybe it's our own mankind, teaches us that, yes, we are created in the likeness and image of God, our Creator. But I feel that sometimes some of us tend to think that means that God is very human, very much like our human selves. But that's not what that statement means. That statement means that we are created like God. You have a free will where if you tone up your beliefs and your thoughts and your feelings, you can manifest whatever you want instantly. You have the power to light up a city if you want to. You have the power to time travel if you want to. You have so much power. That's why the number one regret in heaven, besides worry, is Well, the number one regret is worry, because it's a complete waste of time. Please keep that in mind. It's a complete waste of time because it never impacts one outcome. Not once. The second regret is that we find out when we get to that great place, that we get home, that we were unlimited, and we could have had been done anything that we set our intention to. And that's something that's overwhelming to a person, a soul that goes to heaven, who thought they had to work hard for the money, that stayed in a job longer than they wanted to, that limited themselves in other ways with people and relationships, that played by rules that were taught to them, that were passed down to them from the generations. I'm not talking about laws and breaking them. I'm talking about beliefs and paradigms that are passed down from one generation to the next. We find out when we go to heaven that they were all rules of man. You have the power today to have the life that you desire. What is it that you'd like to ask for? You can start this very moment to affirm it as your reality. So once again, when you get up in the morning, upon waking, you can stare in the mirror and say the statements that you would like to be your present reality. But you must feel them, and you must say them, and you must believe them as if they're real. When I do mine, they feel so good because I know they're reality. And so I'm saying them, I feel so powerful and so happy and so empowered. You should feel the same way as well in order to know they fully are working. But even if you don't believe at first, even if you're just doing lip service to them, they're still getting in your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind will emit that energy out to your environment, to the universe, and it will return back to you like a boomerang. So even if the feelings and the beliefs aren't caught up yet, still say them. Still say your affirmations. And then when you start believing them and start knowing them, well, then you know they're bound to happen anytime now. I also say my affirmations, as I told you in the beginning, in my car, as I'm driving because I'm all alone, and they make me feel good. I can say them within my own head when I'm looking over my emails in the morning. I love to say them in the shower because I use my shower oftentimes as a meditation. You can say them in a formal meditation practice. Whatever works best for you is the best way to go. Twice a day, 5 times each. And then throughout the day, add gratitude when things are working out. Every time a client of mine pays me, I say thank you. Every time something works out for me, every time something's magical, every time something's not working out, I say thank you for this lesson. A higher vibration of gratitude, kindness, thoughtfulness, along with your affirmations, will change your life. Honoring your free will, honoring yourself, self-love, saying yes when you want to say yes, saying no when you want to say no, being kind to your body, being kind to you, being your own best friend. They will all help your reality to change. Once again, reality in quotes. and your present reality would start to look as you really wish it to look. But you must affirm it first, and you must raise your vibration. And then I can promise you that even in the smallest way, if you are honestly doing this, your world will change for the better. Think about it. Consider doing it. Do it for yourself. You deserve it. You are worthy. You are magnificent. Thank you so much for joining me today on this very early Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I hope you're happy, stay safe, and I hope that you do those thoughts exercises and start to list goals and achieve your goals. And if you're interested in having an intuitive coaching or infinite possibilities coaching program or session with me, please visit my website, www.lisahop.com. Please also check out my Facebook business page, like and follow for all upcoming events. There are email sessions available as well at my website that you can order. And I forgot to mention this also last week. Last week's episode was about angels, one of my favorite topics. And I forgot to mention that I actually channel personal angel messages from a guardian angel to you. I also do them from spirit guides and from ascended masters, which are your big guns, such as Jesus, Mary, the Blessed Mother, Moses, whomever the ascended master wishes to be. And you can also order them on my website through the email sessions as well. And channeled angel messages are only $25. They're $40 if you want to ask your angel a question. And they're an excellent it's amazing to me. Yeah, of course I believe in what I do, but it is so amazing to me how much my clients connect with what they receive in the message. The angels know what they're doing. I'll put it that way. Sorry for that little cough right there. Still have my morning throat. But yeah, please check into that because I enjoy it and they're so helpful. So I do hope to have that connection with you in the future as well. But for right now, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a very blessed day. All the best. Take care of yourself and live your best life. Thank you.